Hello, my name is Sekit, and welcome to episode 3 of Journey of Sorcerer. And first thing I want to do today is duck into the nether real quick. I have a feeling it's really dangerous, but we need some quartz. We just need some. It is what it is. So hopefully we won't just immediately get our butts handed to us here. Well, what do we got? Okay, it looks like we got a little basalt delta. Everything's loading in. I see a potato. It doesn't look too bad. Had way worse nether stuff, that's for sure. Gonna grab this cobalt from Tinker's. We might have a use for that later if we get into a Tinker's construct, which I'm not convinced we will. What's this? Emberstone. So Advent of Ascension adds all kinds of ores to all kinds of places. We're going to have to learn about Emberstone and all this other stuff. I think it treats the Nether, Advent of Ascension that is, as one of its dimensions. So you can use the special portals to get here as well as the more traditional Ender portals. And I think there's structures and things to do here. What's that? Are you friendly? You aren't friendly. Oh, you're fast! Holy crow, what was that? I'll have to see on the replay. We're not going to spend too much time in here. Today, anyway. We're just going to grab ourselves a little bit of quartz, maybe some more of this emberstone since it's right here. See what we're supposed to do with that. I did finally get enough gold to upgrade my bank, so we've got another row and it holds 4096 per stack, so that's pretty cool. Oh, we'll just grab this little bit more here, I guess. Get out of here. Boy, that little thing was fast. You see that? Of course you did. You're watching the video. Maybe you weren't paying attention. Who knows? I see one of those weird quark pillars down there. That should have a blaze spawner in it. That might be handy. Alright. Let's that moose. Sure there's nothing over here immediately trying to kill us. Okay. Another trip successful. Nice. OBS does that. That's the program I use. OBS something? OBS Studio? I forget. But when the game's lagged out, OBS can lag out in terms of stopping. Not a big deal. Now this, for the cobalt, we're going to need something special to smelt into ingots, and we may or may not get there. The emberstone, it looks like we just smelt it, so that's fine. What? You see that thing? What is that thing? Can we get its attention? Hey! Coming down. Come on, you. What are you? I know you're hostile. A nightfly. It's spawned at night. Now, the next thing I want to do is get into Botania a little bit. And to start there, we're going to need a petal apothecary. And to use a petal or any of the mushrooms, we've found a bunch of the mushrooms underground. So we're going to use one of those. We're also going to need 4 white petals. And you make the petals just by sticking one of the flowers from Botania, which you find all over the place in the world. I'm just crafting. You get 2 petals each. And we need some seeds. Can I get some seeds? There we go. So a petal apothecary is how you make most of the mystical flowers. from Titania that you then do stuff with. And you just throw them in here with Q, and then every one of them takes a seed. Now what we just made there is a pure daisy. That's kind of the first flower you make when you're starting with Titania. And what it does is it transmutes stuff into stuff that we need. Most notably, it'll transform stone into something called living rock, and you can see the particle effect. You just put it, with a pure daisy in the center. You can do 8 at a time. Same to you, pal. And I think in exactly a minute, it will start. This stuff will start. Yeah, there it goes. It'll start changing over into the living rock, which we use to make a whole lot of stuff in the mod with. It's also a quite nice texture for building. You can do the same thing with logs, and after about a minute, it will turn these. Start transforming any second here. Come on. I'll make a liar out of me here. There we go. Now we're gonna need a lot of this stuff. You can use like various mechanics to automate this, vanilla stuff. Pretty easy. You don't need enough of it for me to really want to get into it that much. Now what we want to do with it to start is pretty simple. And we're not gonna go too wild with making some of this stuff right now. We just need some mana for a couple of things. So what we're gonna do, you just craft 5 living rock into a mana pool. And it's those Pixons that make that insect noise. Now we'll be doing all kinds of stuff with this. See if we can find a semi-permanent place to put it down. Where do I want it? I want it far enough away from where I'm going to build the farm. It's not going to get in the way. So, right here. Now there's a lot of ways to get mana. One of them is these black lotuses that you find in the world, and you can just dump these in here. Or, well, you used to be able to. We may have to get complicated here after all. Maybe you need a little bit to do that. Alright, that's okay. So what we're going to do here is make ourselves a mana spreader. They're not hard to make. It's just another petal or another mushroom, a gold, and 6 of the living wood. We are also going to make some living wood planks and use these to make something called an open crate. You just put them, 7 of them, just like that. What an open crate is, it acts like a dropper, except it drops straight down. None of that flying around all over the place for this thing. Since it's not going to be as easy as I thought to just get some mana in there, we're going to have to make some generating flowers to, you guessed it, generate mana. Now what we're going to make is an Endo Flame. The Petal Apothecary has JI integration. This one is 2 brown. It's gray, light gray and red, and you can see the recipes in there. Just want the seed, and now we got our Endo Flame. Now what you can do is you can just right-click with an empty hand. You'll get all the petals or whatever back in there. You do make these things with ingredients other than petals. It'll put all the petals in and just throw your seeds in, and you're good to go. Now what the Endo Flames do is they generate mana based on using burnables. Like, they consume burnables. Fuel. You can use sticks, you can use coal, you can use blaze rods, whatever you like. Let's put this down. And we're gonna have to do something with that sooner or later. I know I'm not making much sense right now. I'm kind of I have a lot of trouble talking and doing at the same time. We're gonna put a pressure plate here, and if you've seen any of my YouTube videos, any of the series, you've probably seen me set this thing up here. Now this is not too complicated. What we're gonna want is a repeater, sending a signal into a block, sending a signal to another block, right on top of here, yeah. And then we're gonna have our open crate right here. We're gonna put our hopper right here, and we're gonna run some redstone to it. Simple. So what we'll have is when there's, get something on there. When there's something on the pressure plate will send a redstone signal to the repeater, which sends a redstone signal to this block here, which activates the redstone, travels up here to the hopper. When the hopper has a redstone signal, nothing can pass through. Why? These things pick stuff up off the ground. They don't have GUIs, and even coal, even blocks of coal, don't last super long in here. So we don't want to throw a bunch of stuff on the ground and have it despawn. Mana is the energy of the mod, and what we're about to make is basically the mod's wrench. We need 3 living wood twigs, and we need 2 petals, doesn't matter which 2. Make a living wood twigs out of the living wood. And there's our wand of the forest. You can see the 2 orange petals we used. I think any combination you use will show up pretty nifty. Now we can use the we can use the wand to see stuff and to connect stuff and do all kinds of things. Now, without the wand in hand, we see nothing. With the wand in hand, we can see that because of the way we put the mana spreader down, it's gonna feed into this mana pool, right? And because there's already a mana spreader down, when we put the Endo Flames down, the Endo Flames are connected to the mana spreader. Now you could do them in any order. You could put this facing any direction you want, and then use your wand of the forest to connect stuff. We don't need to do that, but we are going to throw some coal in here, and we'll see the Endo Flames picking up the coal, and we'll see this thing starting to throw mana in here. Now, maybe we can put some mana in here. Maybe we can throw these in. Yes. Okay, that gave us an amount of mana. So we can get moving. The way this works is that there will only ever be 1 piece of coal as an entity in the world with the potential to despawn, and these burn the coal fast enough that it won't. So, pretty cool. The mana you use for all sorts of stuff. One of them is for transformation. I got an ender pearl here. You can see a check mark and a thing. Throw it in here, you get a mana pearl. Why do we want a mana pearl? Well, it's because I want to make an Alchemy Catalyst. You can see there's a couple of different kinds. Just 2 gold, some living rock. I stole some brewing stands from some villages. Here's our Alchemy Catalyst. Now what you do with this thing is you put it right under the mana pool, and it forms a little multi-block. And it will, now you can transform a whole lot more things, including rotten flesh to leather. We need some rotten flesh, we need leather, because we need to make some bookshelves so that we can do some enchanting. We already got some books, now we're going to have enough. Now Quark adds bookshelves for all the vanilla wood types. They work just like regular vanilla bookshelves. I just need a little bit more dark oak there. One more ought to do it. There we go, very nice. Alright, 15 bookshelves. Very nice. Now, we've been using this Sapphire Armor because it's pretty good armor, but it's not that durable. The tools are great. The tools are fantastic, but the armor is not actually any better than this Ruby armor from Project Red. Not really, anyway. So we're going to make some of this stuff. And the same amount of protection. And Sapphire is much rarer than the Ruby. So let's see what we can get here. We want to enchant everything. Okay, Leech 3, Sharpness 2. Punch 1. Terrible level 30 enchantment. Soulbound, Efficiency Soulbound. Silk Touch on the shovel. Would it twist on the axe? Okay, yes it would. We're gonna make an axe over here and get Silk Touch on it. So that is gonna help us get some bees. Where I want some bees. Bees are fun. Oh, that's right. Every time you put this up here, it re-rolls. We don't have to do like musical chairs. So let's just see what we get here. Alright, looting 3 on the sword. Gotta like that. Alright, now I'm feeling fancy. We got not great enchantments on the boots and helmet. I went below level 30 to do those. But we got a great chest plate. We got fantastic leggings. And we got a good sword, good bow, really good pick, good shovel, and a really good axe. Now we have found some enchanted books in our travels, so we're gonna see if we can't use them. We're gonna want mending, yeah, on the sword. We're gonna want it on the pick. Very nice. And we have Unbreaking down here, maybe. Yeah, we do. So we're gonna put Unbreaking on the pick too. What else do we have? We got Sweeping Edge 2. That's fine. And we got Punch 1. Alright. We got some magic. So now that we have some enchanted gear, I've really gotta work on this base anymore. Like, I cannot ignore these floors any longer. We're gonna start with the porch. And what we're gonna do is, let's see, those look okay. I think these will look just fine. For the porch, we're gonna do these kind of like rustic looking. Oh, look at that, that's great. I didn't know they were all like that. Yeah. I thought it was just this darker texture, is like a double plank going through, but that looks pretty cool. Now for most of the rooms in here, I want to use these weathered jungle, or these crude jungle planks that are very similar to the ones we use over there. Well, that's fine. I love the little bits of green in them. I think that looks really cool. And like, oh, chisel with the connected textures. Look at that. Like, That's got some nice, what is that, a 3-block texture there? That's really nice. Love that. Good job, Chisel. Now this is actually going to be the kitchen over here. We're going to make this a little bit nicer. We're going to use, I saw these nice big, yeah. Oh, let's use these. These nice big planks. Nice and clean, nice and bright, make it look like we take care of our kitchen. Now it's important to note that we got our Mega Torch here, doing a great job in a 64-block radius, keeping mobs from spawning on blocks that are exposed to the sky. Doesn't work in here. We're gonna have to light this up. Now I don't want, torches, stuff all over the place. We're gonna keep it nice and clean in there. So I am going to build another item from the Torch Master mod, which if you've watched many of my videos, you've almost certainly seen before. It's the Feral Flare Lantern. Now they're not hard to craft. Just 2 gold, 2 glass, and 1 piece of glowstone dust, which we got not from the Nether, but from our the astral sorcery structures we've been finding. And I'm just gonna pop them under here. Now what they do is they place invisible light sources in a 16-block radius, and that appears to be not just the 4 cardinal directions, but also up and down, which is really cool. I'm going to stick one over here on the other side. I should be sprinting whenever possible. I'll show you. See that? Yeah. That's one of the skills that we got to level up, is sprinting. So let's go ahead and turn our light level overlay on. Yeah, it just placed one right here. And yeah, it's placed them all over the place. Check out the inside here. Move pretty quick. Yeah, it was like red X's here before. Mobs could just spawn. Now I think this is going to be more than enough to light up this area. Well, we'll see. I think it is, We're actually going to move this one in a little bit, because I think it's not quite doing it. Let's see how we do. Okay, yeah, you can see this is making quite a difference here. Still placing the light. Let's see how we're doing down here on the ground floor. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get this part. We'll put that eventually. On the outside, those are decent distance. And of course, like a lot of this stuff is still covered by the Mega Torch, so that's pretty cool. I think we're going to be relatively safe in here. Yeah, very nice. Make yourself at home. I came down to get a little more stone to build with, and we got these dangerous characters. You see the issue. I think they're the ones doing all the creepy laughing there. I like get down here. I don't think I have any gravel, and I really don't want to just jump in. But I might. The place is huge. Ho ho! We've got multiple monster boxes down here from Quark. Look at the size of this. Ay, ay, ay. That's terrifying. We're in the negative. Alright. See if we can get one of these things to go off here. Throws a bunch of mobs at you when they go off. Let's see. There we go. Not limited to, but including cave spiders and witches and... But you got some loot. What's messing with... Oh, I'm poisoned. That's right. So it's, they're dangerous, but they're worth it. Now let's see if we can remember where we came down from here, I think? Yeah. We'll mark this spot. So this is what it's like at, well, oh no, okay, we're at y equals 12. We're not at, like, bottom here. Let's set this one off. Run out of the way. Looks like a lot of zombies. But you can see they're dropping like TNT and diamonds and... worth your time. If you're fast, you can break them before they go off. So if you have to get by one, and you're not in a position to really kill anything, then you can deal with them that way. This place is terrifying. It reminds me of, except it's narrower, it reminds me of one of the Hollow Hills in the Twilight Forest, where everything's just, you know, just big, dangerous. Ay, ay. What's this thing? Oh, it's a flower pot. Must have been one of those little campsites up here that, maybe the cavern rode over? Oh, weird. Now this thing's friendly. So you don't have, so is this thing, actually. The stonelings usually run away from you. These guys, I think you can harvest for some kind of mineral. But, you know, they won't bother you. Anyway. Oh, look at that hat! Oh, I love it. Anyway, we'll be back. Oh, we found something down here, folks. Holy crow! Another Eidolon dungeon, I think. Haven't even gotten into these mods, and they're like kicking us in the pants here. And that's a monster box. This is what I'm talking about. You can, if you're fast, you can break him. That's one of the big zombies from the Eidolon mod. They got a heck of a reach, too. You don't play around with those guys. Oh, good. It's like extra dangerous. Fantastic. Alright, let's get this lit up. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. Second level to it or something? Oh, dear. Hello. Next up on It's Always Something, that is a sand giant. Turn light level overlay off. So that's where we're going to have to stop it. I went on for way too long, so we're going to cut it here and pick up right where we left off in the next episode. Thanks for watching.